So how are you feeling? You got John Riggs here showing off some different circuit boards. I love using new circuit boards on Nintendo games, or any game for that matter, because it means you're not destroying current games, and we're trying to get away from destroying what games we have left, right? So if you are making repros or homebrews, I use the Muramasa boards personally, just because I have access to more of them. But Retro Stage does a great job. The Immortoff games, wherever you find your circuit boards, even Infinite NES Lives that use the flash boards, wonderful. The deal is, though, when you use those boards, if you're going to use, like, if you're going to make an NROM game, you got to use an NROM circuit board. You're going to make a TL-ROM game or a TS-ROM game, you got to use the TX-ROM circuit board. Wouldn't it be nice if there was just one circuit board that could do NROM 128, NROM 256, could do CNROM, the Pansy and CNROM games, which are the kind of weird, risque Nintendo games. Hey, what about like UNROM or UOROM? Don't have to rewire anything on these things. ANROM as well for that OJ Pro-Am hack. That's always fun. What about like AMROM or AOROM or like BNROM, for instance? There's some homebrews that use that. GNROM, which is hard to come by. What about MHROM? A lot of ROMs out there. And wouldn't it be nice if there was one circuit board that could do all of those all at once? What day is it today? April 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke, by the way. I was just trying to lead you on. This right here, this is the Repro X board. It can do all of those. It can do, I'm looking at the list right now, it can do NROM, CNROM, the Pansy and CNROM, UNROM, which a lot of great games for UNROM, no rewiring involved. UOROM, there's only 2 licensed Nintendo games that use UOROM, and they're both games that you don't want to destroy. So do not destroy any old games, ANROM, AMROM, AOROM, BNROM, GNROM, MHROM. A lot of things can be done on this one circuit board. There's a lot going on here, and all you got to do is just plug the things in the right place. You're going to get it to work every time. I promise you that. This is from Game Tech US, Game-Tech US. I'll leave a link in the description below on where you can find these. Here's the cool thing. $2 each. That's all these are. $2 each. You got to provide your own board. You got to provide your own chips. The EPROMs and the stuff that goes in the right place. But just the circuit board by itself, just the circuit board, just this guy that I'm holding right here, $2. That's it. In the near future, I'm going to show you, I'm going to make a couple of games using these boards. In the meantime, I will link to his channel as well, because he shows you how to make all of those games on all of those circuit board types. And I'll play around with some of myself here in the near future. I just wanted to show these off really quickly. I've been sitting on these for a couple of weeks now. It's like I gotta just get these out there. I want to show you these, and it'd be my pleasure. And of course, on April Fool's Day, it's like, well, this is no April Fool's joke. This board can do all of those things that I'm talking about. Jason put a lot of time and effort into this, and again, I'll link in the description below. $2 each. You can't go wrong, man. So check those out, and then check out his channel as well. If you dig what I do as far as like the tutorials on like how to make repros, he does tutorials too on, in fact, he does some wiring guides for the repros that he's done that are different than mine. In fact, his might be easier for you. So definitely check his out too, because he's I'm not technical, and I've never once pretended like I ever know what I'm talking about. He, however, he designed this, so he knows the inner workings of all this. He knows the inner workings of all this. I have a bit of a cold, sorry. So he knows the shortcuts and all that too. I'm just more of a what goes where and how do I do it. He's like a this goes here and here's why. So definitely check out his channel. Check these out, and I will see you soon, buddy. Check it out. Repro X. That's awesome. It's a sleek looking board too. Look at that. Man, I love it. All right, check you next time. I'll see ya. Thanks.